I live in Kolango district. I have 3 lady children. But during the war was in the camp at the time where I was born them. But their father left me. But the children and nobody to help to support.
I'm Jala from Kolango. I have 9 living children, but 1 died in Ebola crisis. So that frustration was on me that I couldn't understand myself because I was almost crazy, going up and down. So later on, I heard that Restore of Liberia now enter in Lofa County, Kolango. So they were trying to look for people within that they can go and landscape training.
Yasa and Hawa speak of the hardships that far too many Liberian women face. The trauma of war, Ebola, and life in poverty have created an epidemic of mental ill health in Liberia. More than 40% of Liberians suffer PTSD and/or a major depressive disorder, and the majority of women and girls in Liberia have suffered sexual abuse. Their trauma is debilitating and affects not only them, but their children as well. The 14 years of civil war were brutal. Just a decade later, the worst Ebola epidemic in human history took a tremendous toll on Liberia. The health system all but collapsed, schools shut again, and the economy crashed. Aritel's holistic model of integrating health, education, and economic opportunity addresses the 3 main drivers of poverty. To heal the debilitating trauma and depression endemic in Liberia, we're bringing a community-based, scalable mental health intervention to Kolohun. Consistent with our motto, we're integrating group therapy into the Women's Weaving Cooperative we support, a photo storytelling women's group called Kolohun Crescendo, and offering it to the broader community as well.
Most of our women, even up to now, when you start to talk with them, through the interview, you get to know some of their histories were terrible. Some women were raped. Some of them were forcefully taken away from their husbands. And their husbands, some of them were killed before them in their presence. Most of the women don't have men. The men born children by these women and leave them, abandon them. They are left with a burden. Some of them have 6 children, 7 children, 5 children, no support. So sometimes they don't have any way out. They are so disturbed. The depression is so heavy on them. So sometimes these women, when they come in a group, they share their experience by coming out among their friends, doing something with their hands, where they are doing something like the weaving. While they are weaving, they are lecturing, they are discussing among their friends. Some of them that have similar stories, sharing their experiences. It's really helping them gradually. It helps making them to try to forget about those trauma that they had during the war. So I think this is a very good opportunity if we have more support.
Our goal is to both decrease mental health disorders amongst the participants and also to increase women's social and economic empowerment through supporting existing women's groups with business skills training and resources to continue their journey of health and empowerment.
If the time is to lay down in the net, if you saw her not coming to be here, the time is to lay down in the net. For me to sleep, I could not sleep because the worry was too much on me. So now I thank God for my life and my children.
And when we were able to pull people together to treat us. So it helped me now. I can't think, I can't worry because I used to be worrying. Just single parent, no man, woman you have, part of 8 children that you're supporting, you don't know where to go and you don't know where to end.
Hope has a multiplier effect, increasing the strength and resilience and the resolve of the Liberian people who have already been tested by war, hunger, and disease. Thank you, Dining for Women. It's because of your support that these women have the opportunity to heal from trauma and mental illness. Because of you, they can find a new way forward. Thank you for giving them hope.
So much has changed since 2015 when we first got our Dining for Women grant. We were really small back then. We just had a couple of rooms in our center, and we now are on multiple floors over 2 buildings, and we have a staff of around 30 people from the local community. What was so great about the Dining for Women funding was that it allowed us to do our very first program. It allowed us to begin training women on women's leadership principles and women's rights and human rights in general. We started with just a small group of women who had demonstrated leadership skills in our community, and we trained them actively over an extended period of time, and then they became facilitators to begin expanding that training to larger numbers of women.
طرأ التغيير على حالتي النفسية، إنه أنا كنت دائما منفعلة، دائما عصبية. فدخولي هذه الدورة حسيت بتغيير جدا كبير، إنه خاصة على عائلتي، على المجتمع، التعامل مع الناس من حولي، خلاني أقدر إنه أثبت وجودي، إنه أتمكن، إنه أكتشف من قدراتي، إنه أقدر أساعد نفسي وعائلتي، إنه أكون أكثر قوية بالمجتمع، خاصة كوني امرأة وبمجتمع عربي مثل مجتمعنا.
That work is still continuing today, and those very first training workshops that we held are now a core part of our programming. We've been able to expand to do much more through advocacy activities, as well as income generation, but also really focusing on girls. CRP is really unique in Jordan because we're one of the only organizations to be working on gender-based violence with men and boys. And this is really something that grew out of our work with Dining for Women. What's different now is that we have a real need to be able to bring on quality middle management that can ensure that this core programming will be able to be maintained and will be able to continue to grow and expand and serve more people. The other big challenge is that the crisis really isn't over. The media has moved on from the Syria crisis, but it's definitely not over. We have more challenges than we've ever had as funding has moved on and as new groups like Yemenis move into Jordan and are desperate to receive help. We're just so grateful to Dining for Women for providing us funds to make sure that we're able to keep doing this really important work.